watch them live. Go figure. Because we've always had D&D going.
Almost jumped over the car on the wire. That would have been bad. Oh hey, what's up, Luna?
She's like, I heard someone's gonna sit here, so I did it first.
Last live just now.
Hey, look, it's us.
Yeah, some of us. I'm off screen petting a cat.
I see your hat.
It doesn't exist.
So today at work, I was listening to my headphones as I was coming back from break, and the meat manager had his two little meat clerk kids as they were buying stuff for break, and they all had chocolate milks. So I was going to walk up to them to ask them, "Where's my chocolate milk?" But the meat manager beat me to the punch, and he goes, as I have my headphones in, he goes to his kids and he goes like, "You guys want to know why this guy's always in such a good mood at work? It's because he's listening to porn." It got like all three of us completely off guard.
That's my favorite part of porn is listening to it.
And so then I caught the three of them. So then I caught the three of them in the back room later, and I was like, yeah, the only reason why he knows that I listen to porn at work is because he does it too. And he goes, yeah, that's true. And I'm like, but I will say, he has a completely new meaning to the phrase working hard.
So you're so skittish when you're standing around, but as soon as you've decided that you want to lay down somewhere, like no, you will not be moved unless someone moves you.
So like if she's like walking around and you like get your hand on her and she was kind of just fall like, okay, fine, and you just pet her, pick her up, or say fine, I give up, whatever. And she said, she's like, go.
Yeah, she's really weird how she'll be like, I'm doing things and oh, I guess I'm not doing things, and no, I'm doing things.
Look at that cat. She's like, it's a good thing I like you guys, otherwise you don't be dead.
Okay.
She goes, I
You're
like
gonna
you.
go somewhere.
She just dropped the puddle. It just kind of fell on the floor.
The best thing is that she just kind of like just blew out like water.
That's what it looked like.
Spilled out of my arm. Just like,
hey, Brooke.
Oh, hey, look, the Brooke.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Try out your thing, Brandon.
We're gonna
If you
try.
can't figure it out, I'll figure it out. Okay.
It's okay. It's a good thing for you. Don't worry. What's up? How you doing?
We're banning you forever.
No. It's the opposite of what we're. It's almost the exact opposite of what we're doing.
How's that almost the exact opposite of what we're doing?
Well, I mean, I was gonna say because like, I mean,
I guess technically the exact opposite would be forcing her to stay forever.
well,
But we're doing
yeah,
what
we can't do that. But we're making her acknowledged as a regular.
Yeah.
So encouraging to stay forever.
Which is awesome.
I mean,
Is it
hopefully.
working, Brandon?
So I'm not getting her on the side because I only see moderators on the side. I don't see.
Let me try a thing.
And I tried clicking on her name in the menu, and I only pulled up like this band list, I think. So I don't want to click anything there. So when I click on her,
We obey it unless this is a thing. No, we don't want her to editing. Add or remove.
oh, that's
regular.
okay. That's the menu I want.
So I think she's a regular now. Yeah. See, Brooke has become a regular.
Oh, nice. Doesn't say that in the chat, but
It
says
doesn't.
it in
But
our vibe.
it says it on here. So yeah.
That's the important part. Is that
Great.
we know.
So yeah. So if Pup shows up, do the same thing. And again, if we recognize any names as the people, we can do that too. Now, how do we click out of this?
I don't know. That's
Man.
What have I done?
no. I didn't.
No, Mitch.
Oh right. What did Brandon? What did you do?
No, Brandon.
I clicked on Brooke's name.
Boom.
Oh,
Fixed it.
it means that our bot won't get mad at you if you do things that our bot gets mad at people for.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of it.
We streaming already?
Yes. Why?
I was gonna show you something gross.
Ooh.
How do you?
I just smell blisters.
Oh, no.
No, I'm good.
Gross.
I'm good.
It's bad.
Yeah, that. You have been labeled.
So my friend's cousin had a baby yesterday, and they didn't know the gender until the baby was born. And so as we were walking up, and everyone's like, "I wonder what it's gonna be." And I'm like, "We have to wait for the baby to decide what gender it is." And they
That's
all
how
got
it works nowadays.
And they all got mad at me for some reason.
But
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you like using them. You're allowed to. Good job.
Yeah.
But this is looking a whole lot better.
Yeah.
that's fair. That's his tum tum.
Yeah, my tum-tum's not as red. And even the shade of color on my shoulders is better.
That's fair.
I guess it's normally fucking blisters.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and do little talkie talks while
Talkie
Austin
talks.
quickly can take care of I just got home from work sort of thing.
I was taking a shower.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
Basically earlier, we guys got into the whole, hey, look, time travel, it's a thing we've been doing this campaign. Everyone got basically custom character stuff. And then because of what was happening, two characters ended up dipping, and we got two new characters. It's like, hey, we'll come back to that for you guys.
Gila didn't dip the
later.
campaign. The campaign dipped Gila. Well, let's just state that right now.
So anyway, so they're getting it now.
I think we had a TJK.
You put a pretty heavy emphasis on how we were spell slingers and we were supposed to be very spell slingery, and then you put us in a situation where it's like, well, here's what I want you to do, and here's what the spell slingers want you to do. By the way, the campaign is all about what this guy wants to do. Good luck.
Okay, to be fair, Brad was the only one who was like a loyalist, so your character's like, I just don't like that. Bye. So I mean,
Your character was just like, "Peace out, Girl Scout."
and you can't always anticipate how things will go, and sometimes I threw out a big thing like that earlier than most campaigns do.
Neil's knows the situation when there's somebody who could actually just destroy his organization without him knowing that.
When over half the party seemed to be out more than less for power for themselves,
Yeah.
it just kind of made sense. One who just didn't like how he was getting the power in that way, so
Hey.
he was like,
Hey.
see ya. He was like, okay, bye, good luck with you then. And he just let him leave. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and do this stuff now with these two bros who never really got stuff.
Yeah, my character wasn't as powered as the other characters because they have custom things, and that really made me sad.
Alright, so skip it your character. Yeah, I'll admit your guys isn't not quite as involved because I didn't sit there and brew over them forever because I slightly forgot about it. But I think I still came up with some cool stuff that will work and be interesting for you guys.
So before you start, one thing that I never even considered for as we were rolling knowledge checks in the Underdark or the Darklands is my archetype variant gives me a +2 knowledge checks on serpent folk.
Funny, you only were dealing with serpent folk. That's a random buff.
It's aboleths, demons, serpent folks, and undead.
Wow, that actually could have come up, that very situational little buff, and you forgot about it. How
It's
dare
like
you.
the weirdest buff that really doesn't matter. I'm like, because that's the one thing, it was that, and you get cantrips. So I only cared about the cantrips part.
Yeah, that's fair. But, so, while start with Brand's character, Cassandra. So, to recap how and when that was, because that technically would have been a while ago story-wise, not just time-wise.
It was in the past, in our time travel campaign.
Yes. Don't worry about it.
What are we looking at now? What are we looking at now? When? Now.
This was all the threats I knew would happen when I decided to do time travel in a D&D campaign and see what happens.
Playing Spaceballs all game long? Yes.
Oh gosh. That's a movie that was fun. I was trying to think of what movie that was fun. But no, so this is when your guys' group would have initially gotten to the obelisk and initially gone through the cyclops to the top where Omoka was. And while you may not necessarily just walked in peacefully as soon as Mauser could actually talk to someone and just talk any food with people, but essentially you would have at that point when initially meeting Sullivan and Omoka, who were like, hey, let's look at what's going on. Boom. Time travel.
I imagine with Cassandra and what's your character's name again, Mitch?
Gleer. Or Gleer.
With Gleer and Cassandra, it would have been more of the actual fight.
That's fair. You didn't have a Maldrick in the party with you. But, so back in that time, before you realized time travel was even like an actual thing, just kind of remember put that in perspective. Cassandra, you appear back in the city of Amos, a large city in the region of Andrin that you grew up and spent many years in, up until you, well, I scrolled up,
Became a
up
spell
until
slinger.
you joined the Spell Slingers. Oh, that's my spells, I scrolled too far. I was like, where was I reading? You don't initially know when it is, but you do know where it is from the architecture of the buildings and from the constant light music that is playing in the air in the city. This is a lighter and fairer city than a lot in the Empire, mostly because of what Anduin used to be and its ideals that still linger today. As you are here moving around the city, you can tell that this is exactly the same as it was when you left this place about 4 years ago. Do you do anything?
Are there people to interact with?
Yes.
So
So
I
are just
would,
typical citizens. You basically just appeared, pop, like on the side of a street.
I would ask them, excuse me, good sir,
Yes.
this is Amos, right?
Yes. What else would it be?
I wasn't here just a minute ago. Did you see anything weird going on here?
No. Are you okay? Do you need to see a cleric or something? Are you sick?
I am not okay, but I do not think I need a cleric, thank you. And now I'm
Okay.
on alert, and I'll move on, and I'll draw my swords.
You do get some guards kind of like keep an eye on you as they walk past you. Kind of just like, what's that chick doing?
I guess I would go straight to where the Church of Eredin is, or was, or will be. Whatever time preposition we're using here.
Whatever's going on here. It
I
would
would go
feel
with-
like the present to you.
So
So,
I-
it would be to where it is, yes. We have to have your character play as something when the player knows something the character doesn't. It's always a fun interaction. You end up wandering around for a few minutes and definitely recognize, like, no, this is Somas, where I grew up in and everything. I even basically know who I am at this point. You end up hearing a little bit of a panic, as if something was going on.
Mm-hmm.
After a moment later, you end up hearing some noises and comes closer to you, and you see a particular looking, I guess you say monstrosity, depending on who you ask. A familiar four-armed demon, wounded, comes running out of the street and looking for a place to hide, it looks like. A freaking demon names. Globezu.
Gesundheit.
Globrezu demon. I swear, I thought I knew how to say this name. A Globrezu demon, which was the creature they were helping deal with when you first encountered the Spell Slingers.
Mm-hmm.
And it even looks like the same creature from back then.
Nice.
You see it wounded, hiding off in a corner, like it was after you found it the first time. Initially, when it happened, you were working with them to hunt down the beast as it was causing terror and hurting people in the city. Initially found it, fought it. It temporarily escaped to lick its wounds, and you were the one to find it later, knowing that you quite weren't strong enough at that point to take on the beast, even wounded by yourself, found the others, and it was executed. However, when you see it now, it isn't actually trying to kill or even hide from you like it initially was. You see it, like I said, around the corner hiding, and it's actually laughing softly to itself. These foolish knights of Eredin, still clinging on to someone that was lost so long ago. No mortal seems to even know how to reach him, let alone receive his blessings. Oh, it's too much fun to tease them about it. But I think I may have overstepped myself this time. As you see it there.
So
wounded.
as he's talking, I'll set my swords down. I'll polymorph into a red cap. And I'll quickly cast a shield, and then I'll move forward to engage.
How stealthy are you, out of curiosity?
I don't have a minus to stealth because of armor. So I have a 7 stealth score.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, 8. I'm a red cap. Oh, I get bonus for small?
It doesn't help you enough. But yes, you do get +4 for each size. Plus or minus 4 for each size differential.
So I'd have like a 12 or something.
It sees you, and it looks like it notices you before you even changed to a red cap. Oh, look. And there you are now, again. But you're by yourself now. What brings you here by yourself? Do you think you can win on your own now?
So what do I know
Now
about
that,
this?
oh god, I'm dying. But still.
What do I know about this demon?
Do you have planes?
I do.
Roll.
15.
So, you knew some things that were told to you that I thought about in case you didn't know anything on your own.
Thank you for that 2 on the die.
That was pretty great.
It's not a class skill for me, but I do have full ranks in planes.
Oh, that's what I didn't do. I didn't show you a picture of it.
I don't even know what it looks
Gosh,
like.
dang it, Brock.
I'd like to...
It's not like I've given you a picture of what my character looks like now, so I guess
that's
we're
fair.
even.
I guess we're even.
I have a little picture on my character sheet that you've seen.
Yeah. But that is him. I like that picture of him.
Oh.
A 4-armed demon.
Well, that's
He's got fists and crab hands.
He's got them fisticuffs.
And he's got like raptor feet
Yeah, something like that.
and satyr horns. And his shoulders look very uncomfortable.
But yes, he is a huge size
not meant for
outsider
riding.
demon. Huh?
His shoulders don't look very like they're meant for riding.
No. I think the spikes might deter against that.
Mhm.
Just a hunch. I've never tried to see it on spikes, but I'm going to assume that's the
Looks
case.
like someone said, what if he had wings, but they were claws?
He's just got 4 arms, but that's fair. So what you know of him is you know him as being a hardy, tough creature. Even at your level, you would have a very hard time fighting him one-on-one, at least at full health.
Hardy boy.
At this point, seeing him so wounded, it makes sense for,
In my
I almost just call you Gila, it makes sense for Cassandra to look at that and say, I think I can finish him off. They do have DR against good weapons, immunity to electricity and poison, some resistances and spell resistance. These are actually very interesting demons because they like to play pranks in different ways on mortals.
I
They,
think I remember it was the Hardy Boys.
a lot of them can be very old and end up knowing a lot of information and like to take that to their advantage to either taunt or lure mortals into certain situations that may help them or may just be even fun for them. They actually can once a month grant a wish, but only to a mortal humanoid.
Oh.
They do have some other powers that do help them in other ways in combat or so, but that is one of the main notable features. So he knows you. That's what you know of him, of it.
So
Thing.
he asked me if I thought that I was a shot against him. So after I finished my polymorph, but he said, "What do you think you're doing? You think you're a shot against me?" So I finished my polymorph. I grab my short swords, and I go, "Honestly, I do not know what I'm doing here now. But seeing you here, I feel like there's only one thing for me to do." And then I move forward.
Smite evil.
If
Oh, he
only
can't do that.
I was a full paladin.
If only I was a real paladin.
I'm a real boy.
But why would you kill something that knows so much?
And what could you possibly know that would justify your continued existence on this plane?
I made notes. Dun, 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 dun.
That was all in character, by the way. He's like,
Dun, dun, dun.
well, let me tell you, this is why.
Oh. I'm glad you asked. Pulls out glasses.
I like the idea of him holding like a large notebook in between his claws, and then he's just got his
Oh, yeah. Flipping the pages. It's still big as book. Would you like to know what happened to him?
To who?
Huh. Looking at this symbol on his chest. Who else would matter?
And you think anything you say I would believe? I know that you're prone to pranks and trickery. What would make anything that you have to say different?
What if I proved it?
And how could you prove it?
Because he's not dead. Most just don't know how to actually reach him. You'll just assume he died because you couldn't hear him anymore. Some of us who are old enough remember it. Although very few actually were able to find out about it.
How would you prove it?
By granting you a wish. Would you want a wish like that granted?
Granting me a wish to know how to communicate with Aridin.
Or at least to get a glimpse. I mean, after all, you can't just continuously talk with him for a reason. But he is still out there, little one.
I think normally an offer like this from one such as you, I would have to ignore and pass up, but I think a show of faith is exactly. Oh wait, no, I don't know about all the time travel shit right now. I'm in the past. I can't say that.
I'm not sure where you're going with that, but
Well, if okay, fine. If you're willing to grant the wish, show me proof that Aridin is still alive.
then I will grant you a wish. And it looks like he almost reaches into like a pocket in space, and there's just like a faintest little tiny glow. It kind of just drops it on you. A what?
No, I just like the idea of it's like a pocket in space, so it's just like he reaches out and then it's just like the back pocket of a pair of jeans.
Oh,
Just reaching.
Oh crap! It's in the other pocket.
He pulls out his wish fanny pack and pulls out the right wish.
Pulls like a handkerchief. Haha. No.
Perfect.
You feel like a weird tingle kind of go down you in a way you've never really felt before. Can
Touch the man.
you feel the love to- No.
Touched for the very first time.
Hello, boys.
Hello.
I'm back in town.
Yay!
Weirdly hot cold.
Razor blade. What would you ask of the last Atlanti? To protect you and grant you strength? So that you may protect others? I believe his house something along those lines. You do things.
Yes, that's actually exactly what I would ask. I would ask that Aridin grants me the strength that is needed to protect this realm and its peoples.
And with that, oh, that's a red stocky too. It's huge.
Yeah, that one is full.
Yep.
That's like a centaur demon thing.
Oh, that reminds me about.
It's a 5th edition. Get it out of here. Get out of here.
Only stories about vegetation are scary.
As you do that, your weapon lights
Let me
up.
tell you that one time.
Abort! Just.
Story time.
And both your weapons glow.
Ooh.
Symbol that you display, you notice, because you're kind of looking and watching for it, has the slightest light to it for a split second as the swords light up. And you get Divine Bond as a paladin.
Yeah, Brandon, your attack rolls weren't high enough, so
We just need to help you out a little.
you needed a boost.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Welcome to the club.
Along with that, it will go ahead and affect both weapons because we are doing a two-weapon fighter stuff. Also, you get a +1 sacred bonus to all saving throws.
So Divine Bond works.
As a paladin of your
Both.
level, and works both weapons.
Now, does it happen to be for a number of uses per day based off of my intelligence instead of my charisma?
It's not based off of that; it's based off level.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it's not like the Magus pool where you get extra. Okay.
No.
Got that sacred bonus to my saves.
And when he does that, he kind of laughs to himself just a little bit more as he sees basically probably some form of excitement on your face as you realize what just happened and what just occurred to you.
Don't worry, guys. My will save is now a 6.
I mean, I'm sure he's got the best fort save. Well, actually, Austin probably has a pretty decent fort save. But that will save. You know, actually, you're the only one who doesn't have one that's a good save.
13, 13, 6.
Nice.
11, 9.
But he actually begins to laugh a little. Oh, mortals are so easily amused. You now have such a fun burden of being the only one probably on this planet. Who knows? No one will probably ever truly believe you.
And the scariest part is, I truly know so little.
Don't we all?
If you will grant me one more favor before I leave.
Oh.
Another. Where is he?
Can't do it again.
You can't grant another wish, but do you know yourself?
What if I did?
You're
Are you
right.
actually
Without
going
it.
to stoop so low as to make more deals with the demon?
You're right. With your fondness of pranks and treachery, without the guarantee of a wish, I couldn't know what you said was true, anyways.
Well, it's been fun, but I think it's time I get going before more find me. If you do not mind, as a sense of to basically continue on,
I'll be seeing you.
and things go black.
Oh, I don't have a +1 cloak of resistance. My gear is so sad.
Yeah,
That's because we up the cost of cloak resistance.
Yeah, that's part of it.
That's true.
Well, still.
Yeah, he didn't say we officially leveled up to 11, so.
But you said go ahead, but it's not going to matter because I think
That was what I said, yeah.
Okay.
So I did level up to 11.
Yeah. I mean, if there was a class feature you would get at level 11, yes, you have it.
My, I have it leveled up on my online database, but I didn't print out level 11.
Due to my aversion to odd numbers, I have abstained.
You've gone straight to level 12.
Let us know when we get to level 12.
Let me know.
Well, it's going to be a couple of sessions, so good luck.
We already got 5, and we want to keep it an even number. Thanks.
We want to keep. Wait, what?
That's such a a second. 5 isn't a good.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Brock.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Before I started, one thing I didn't think to ask: did you have like a type of personality in mind for the Black Blade, or kind of just nah?
The kind of personality. So.
Just the whole
Like, was he more aggressive? Was it more
Ability.
demanding? Was it more
So
blustery?
in my head, it was kind of like think of like a slightly more aggressive Aragi.
Okay.
Probably more or less what it was. It still sounds like crisp, clean, sophisticated, but with a more pronounced edge to everything he says.
Because he's a sword.
And like you still see himself as basically like above you. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even get that. Tracy has to give. It's like, wait, what did you say again?
And a lot of the air of superiority, since it's an ancient.
Okay. So that's kind of what I was
So,
thinking.
like-
Okay. I was just curious. Because there's a lot of other things I realized you had kind of just left up in the air, but it's like, you know, if he's talked with it, you might have at least that part in mind. But, Gilear, a simple man. One who did as he was told and always followed the road that was placed in front of him. Living a quiet, more simple life with never really anything out of the ordinary. Had all changed one day when he found some strange magical talking blade. He's
Didn't change that much.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
He's still a simple man who does as he's told.
He found
I
a
just
new
found
master.
a new path.
That's fair. And some voice in your head, I don't know. He's back to that day when he found this sword. And it is very obvious that day, rather quick, because the sword is in the scabbard just a little bit over there. Like it was when he found it. As he sees himself off in the distance, walking towards the blade, as he originally did on that special day
I got 2 pickles, I got 2 pickles.
on his way home from the library. Jorminger speaks to you. So, he's at it again. Here's the deal. I went out to look for the one named Solganamoka because I know him. I met him before. He learned of what I am after he looted me from one of my past vessels, and also learned that he could not use me as he had hoped to. So he sold me to a random vendor. This seems to be him identifying if it is I or not. But we will keep it our little secret. And with that, you see faint little twitch and a little bit of energy burst from him, basically tell that he casts a spell.
The sword casts a spell?
Yeah.
No, the squid.
Shh.
That's what happened last
Now I
time.
have a pet squid.
This will help hide from any prying eyes that are probably watching. Amoka has done this before to those working for him as a way to change their past in a favorable way to gain favor with him.
Uh-huh.
But that won't be necessary, for by doing nothing,
Mm-hmm.
you will have better favor with me and be rewarded justly for it.
Okay.
So just watch and continue as you normally would, for we are in your past, and there's no need to dwindle too much on it.
Understood.
And basically, well, I guess, do you do anything?
Are you sure there's not anything I could do while I'm here? It seems like a rather bit of a waste to come all the way back here and not do anything.
Did you have something in mind?
Nope.
Well, you could, but if there's nothing specific, then no, there is not a point.
Okay.
You basically see your younger self walk over, do the same thing. Huh. And just keep going, as you probably did before.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. You probably sit there and say, yeah, that's what happened. Excellent. Do not worry. It will all end up in our favor this way. And with that, yours was rather simple, but decided for it to be a little different, but still be cool, in my opinion at least. That is the end of yours. However, you do end up in Jorminger's favor. You are no longer just a vessel for Jorminger to do his biddings through. You could almost call yourself its partner. Almost. I don't know if you actually want to, but almost. And reward you for it. Oh, I didn't send you the actual little blockade stuff in case you wanted it, because I will do that for you too. You are constantly protected by non-detection, DC 32. Oh, look, here's one Mocha finding out that it's him. So hey, non-detection.
There you go.
It just works for other things also. Basically, anytime someone tries to do divination effects on you of any kind, it's like, hey, make a roll. Yeah, good luck. Finds ends up that if it's a DC 11 plus your cast level for someone doing it to you. If the spell is used on yourself on an object in your person, it's 15 plus the caster level. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's a cool little side note. Also, whenever you cast a spell through Jorminger via spell strike or spell combat, the DC of that spell increases by 2.
Ooh.
Lastly,
Super nifty.
it lets you cast some of his magic at your leisure. Once per day, as an immediate action, Jorminger will cast one of the following spells. I'll go ahead and send this to you. So,
Okay.
yeah. But, I'll read it off anyways. Jorminger casts one of the following spells. Wall of Force, Heal, Dimensional Anchor, True Scene, or Intensified Lightning Bolt DC 18.
Oh.
All these have a caster level of 17.
Cool.
So only once per day, but you get to choose one of them. And it's like, there's no reason to not make them some useful spells, because otherwise that's much less exciting.
Once per day, light,
Yeah.
meditation, read magic, ghost sound.
Cure light wounds.
Men.
We gotta give something useful.
Also prestidigitation.
How great
Just
would it have been, Brock, by the way, if I just decided, well, let's see what happens if I do this, and I go and I kill myself.
Oh.
All this.
Oh, that was Austin's idea. Oh my god, 2 pickles.
Yeah, I want to have 2 pickles. I'm pretty sure there's an orc warlord
There's
from
an orc
Warhammer
warlord that does that, yeah.
who
Oh,
that's how
yes.
they finally defeated him. Is Psychers open up a portal to the past where he had his sword, and they were like, "Hey, isn't that your sword?"
That is my big shiny.
And he finally killed himself.
Yep.
Just so he could have 2 of his favorite swords.
Give me my shiny.
Or by killing himself in the past, he killed himself in the present.
He just kind of.
That's amazing.
Somebody's like,
Orcs are rough, man.
they're like, yeah, nothing can kill this guy. What do we do?
I think my favorite was
What if he just undoes himself?
they've taken a lot of it out, but on the tabletop game it used to be for the 40k
they sent it
orcs.
to you, Masters, in case
But
you
they
wanted it.
essentially had their
Oh, thank you.
special needs orcs that you could form into a regiment that had special rules. So like you had to roll on a table every round to see what they would be afraid of. So like they could become afraid, like, or they could get a buff from it, like they could become enraged. But there is one of them where it's like they become afraid of all vehicles, and so you have to make them run away from any vehicles on the map.
Oh, special orc, so dear.
But like if they actually like rolled well on the table, they could become like an absolutely fearless unit that you couldn't break its morale. It's like they were appropriately dangerous, but they were also appropriately goofy.
That's fair. Yay! Well, it was a little thing that I still need some I forgot what to do for you too. But yay, it was finally taken care of in a way that's hopefully at least interesting for you too.
And now we're back into the past, which is
To the
the
present.
future where we were last time, but it's the present.
Remember all the time you argue stuff.
Samurai Jack.
back to the past.
Well, I guess now the past past Cassandra, while in the past, praying about Eridan makes even more sense now.
Also, you were before he would have been a deity, but still.
No.
Details.
I said praying about.
Oh.
I said other gods protect Eridan.
Oh, you did say that. Yeah, you're right.
Ancestors protect.
Ancestors, help protect me, Lord. I mean,
Yeah.
so after this, you guys had actually just gotten back from Gul'dan, and you guys did do as you were set out to do, plus a few other weird little things. Like Cassandra made, left some little footnotes so that Cyclops liked the small folk more. So about some swan, I don't know. Yeah.
I still love how swans are the fast birds.
That's pretty funny. I never knew swans were that fast.
Also, I saw a post that was there's a vet who for free makes prosthetics for animals. This way, like he made a prosthetic beak for a swan, and the first thing the swan did with his new beak is bite someone. It was like just like a swan.
Hey, just gotta make sure it's effective, right?
Right.
Gotta make sure it all works.
This beak works.
I approve.
Get tested. Swan approved.
So, Amoka obviously, after you guys got back, pretty much says, cool, you guys got some time to relax. Gotta go make sure things end up how we wanted to move on to the next thing. You guys basically like a day or so, relax, hang out, kick the can, whatever. No, kick the door if you want.
I didn't kick anything.
Or you don't kick anything, that works too.
Cassandra is only kicking things. She constantly goes into a red cap form and uses the red cap kick.
Right, your attack roll that's super lower and it's much less damage.
Do you also shout that every time you use it? Red cap kick!
Probably.
Just every like 5 minutes we just hear red cap kick.
No, you're. Because it's all damage it does.
Oh, something falls off.
It does this damage. 4. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
max damage.
Doesn't wood have a heart in fire?
Thanks, Bobby.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, he was
I'm just
drinking his
realizing
beer.
that my actual 10th level character is on my tablet. I don't know where my tablet is, so I'm upgrading this guy.
Oh, I think it's this one, isn't it?
Oh, there it is. Cool. I just said something earlier. That'll save me a lot of work still. Yeah, the domains are on here.
So after you guys get at least a little bit of R&R, Omoka basically ends up calling you all. Nice food, drink, as usual. Well, it's time to go on to the next step of the plan. Cyclops are now back to what they, or at least closer to what they originally were. Although some of the more barbaric ones do still exist, they are much less common. The next thing that I wanted to have happen was to unite them so that they would help grow into a nation. There seems to be a lot of smaller tribes of Cyclops that exist throughout all of Galarian and in the Inner Seas region, but none of them seem to have ended up forming into anything larger than that. Or at least none that last. There seems to be a strong concentration during all parts of history of these Cyclops tribes in parts of Durand, which is this lower continent, primarily because that's where
Gul'dan was.
used to be.
They were like the shackles, you said, right?
Gul'dan was like this stuff,
Oh.
and some of the surrounding areas. But yeah, because this used to be land at one point. It's almost like some meteor landed there or something. In the southwestern parts of what you know as the Mwangi Expanse, there was a pretty good concentration of Cyclopsian tribes. And from what I found, there is a particular one who seems to be a strong advocate. It cyclops warlord by the name of Vulik, one that is the leader of one of the tribes down there,
The those guys.
Vilborg tribe. So Vulik is Roolic.
Rob,
That's
so long as it's
exactly like
not the
real
tough
board,
skin, tough skin tribe of lizard folk, I'm good. I fought them again at level like 10, and they still obliterated me.
Is that the one with the two?
Yeah, it's a small tribe of like, it's a king, a queen, and like 6 regular ones, and they all have levels in something, and they all have 100 to 200 hit points.
Well, at least the two king and queen do.
I think the peons have like 100 hit points each.
Oh, I remember had enough level they weren't an issue. But those other two,
They
kicked
weren't.
my ass.
They were only a problem because they have levels in rogue.
Mm.
So the extra sneak attack dice from them swarming you. And then the king and queen walk up and they're like, hey, if you're not level like 15, we add to attack rolls what your AC is.
Deck.
Like my paladin got down in 1 round and my fighter got down in a round and a half.
It was brutal.
It was fucking gross.
Bruce Magoots.
Warlord's name was.
Rulik. Roolic.
This was 4.5 goes to
Sir.
5 was 2, 7.
Yeah,
That's a good number.
Rulik.
If we can just stay at this
I had to
level
make it a
forever.
little more interesting.
11.
I have exactly 80 hit points.
Nice. Stay at this level forever.
Perfect.
Exact name is.
It's rule thick.
That's real thick.
Oh.
There are a specific threat that's happening during a time period when Rulik is, well, near his prime, that seems to be able to prompt them to come together. They didn't, but that doesn't mean they couldn't be pushed to. I will have you guys travel there to that time to see if we can't push them along that path, to see if they can't form a nation down there that will grow in time. So,
And what age are we going to? What's the year?
as you know it, it would be the year. Did I actually pick one, or was I just thinking about that time?
Not much change, but they will do a lot.
We'll say 3400 AR.
And AR stands for what?
Eridan, yeah.
Oh, after Eridan?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
0 AR is when Eridan brought the Starstone to Absalom.
Oh, so it's actually after the Starstone.
Yeah.
430 AR.
Yeah. Or 3400 AR.
So that's just a little over 1,300 years before Canonical Pathfinder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you have no preparations, anything you'd like to make before then, or if there are no other questions, or actually, here we give more background as to what it is that is going on. There is the nation of, say it correctly, Lurgan, that existed in what you know to be the Sodden Lands. It was a
The Saw Lands?
Sodden Lands. That seems to be a threat to the Cyclops. It seems as if they are, whether it be kidnapping or killing Cyclops for various reasons, they are taking members of the tribes in those areas. And they do not seem to be able to do anything about it. Seems like this outside threat could be enough to push them to bring the tribes together to actually form something greater. And with that and other threats in the area, I feel like it should be able to stay and grow. So that is where you were coming to help push them along that path, if you will.
The Federation is kidnapping the Wookiees. Let's go.
So if there are no other questions or preparations you guys would like to make before we go, then let us be on our way.
So we're there to take care of the threat or to exacerbate the threat?
You are there to push the Cyclops to unite, using the threat as a reason for it. because they did not on their own.
We have to convince them the threat is worth teaming up.
Yeah.
Similar to last mission.
Huh?
Similar to last mission. We're convincing them that the threat is important.
Exactly. Except
A
this
very different reason, but yeah, that's a good point.
Cyclops have bad threat assessment.
Weird, because they have seers.
Well, so the threat wasn't big enough to detriment them, but the threat is big enough that you should be able to push them to unite because of it to fight against it, instead of them fighting against it individually.
The goal is to have them actually form a unified nation instead of a bunch of split up tribes. And the split up tribes is the condition that exists in our present. And so, but
Or
there
your
isn't
current history.
But there isn't that's true. There isn't a threat that really matters enough to those tribes in our current day. And also, besides the fact, we want to be able to take advantage of them being united right away. We don't want to have to wait. So we go do it in the past.
Boom.
And then we go back to the future.
I love that movie.
And they go back to the present. Or,
Yeah.
unless Spencer's wanted to say the movie title just because.
Not necessarily, but.
No. But Spencer will always accept a good pun.
It would be down in this region, and this is basically where Lurgan was this area.
Oh, only two of you remember to hate things on and around the Wongi Expanse.
Oh.
Don't worry.
I mean, you're not in the jungle. This is more flatland, so.
Jungle.
At least
We
there's that.
got fun and games.
Yeah, I'm from over there, so like this is new to me. And
Yeah.
I'll be like, place is wet.
Well, this is the marsh. You guys are going to the plains, so. And this isn't a marsh because this isn't here.
Oh. So we're still before the.
This is before the eye?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the nation actually fell apart when the eye appeared because it was like, and it became a swamp, and the nation kind of fell
Get
apart.
out of my swamp!
What
I was
swamp?
nowhere
This
near
swamp.
here.
No. I mean, he wasn't either. He was still north. He was probably where that cup is, ish.
One of my characters was somewhere in this area for a while,
Yeah. Somewhere.
and then he ended up over here somewhere for a while.
And then he went back for a while, and then.
Now
and
he's
then who knows?
somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah.
Really glad they let you know that blue is water.
In case you were curious, it's not lava.
Thank you for pointing that out on the map ledger.
That would be great if blue was lava.
Just kidding. Galarian is actually Hellworld.
Oh
It's
no!
That would make the Eye of Abendago and the Shackles so much more badass.
Ooh.
They float on boats like a obsidian, and there's a giant fire tornado in the middle.
That would be
Consume the
I
horrifying.
am not jumping in that water.
Forget the boiling seas.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
It's the molten oceans.
now what?
Yeet.
Sounds like a terrifying campaign setting.
Sounds dope.
Alright,
Just still
let's
terrifying.
yeet on in there.
No.
I'd like to walk.
Yeah, I just want to just kind of casually stroll.
Okay. Follows up. You guys, Cassandra can yeet her way in, and then they all kind of just stroll.
I yeet at full force.
She almost trips because of it.
It has been yeeted, so it must be yeeted.
Just
So, you guys end up in, a couple thousand years ago in, plains, meadow, like jungly areas, trees and stuff.
Fortunate Son begins playing.
He will tell you that from what information he's been able to gather, Rulik's Vilborg tribe is one of 9 Cyclopsian tribes in this area. He do not know if he would be able to bring them all together under the same banner or not, but Rulik, while wasn't necessarily the strongest Cyclopsian area, seemed to have the most potential overall, which is why I chose him specifically. From there, I will be off in this place, and you guys. Time is not of an issue, so it's not like you're really in a hurry. But
Sweet, this will take about 3,000 years to complete.
That's why I'm glad we indirectly have a restart button. But let's not go there. That didn't work. Let's try it again. Boop. No, I don't want to play that game.
Groundhog Day, this shit.
So you guys are brought up near that tribe, specifically where Rulik is. You are brought a little east of it. And they are spread out throughout this region. And you're like, yeah, it's a little ways that way. There you go.
Nice place.
So he doesn't know what the threat is. He just knows that there is a threat.
We know
So,
that it's
It's that nation, Lurgan.
and they are somehow busy kidnapping cyclopses from all the different tribes.
Yes.
So we're gonna figure out some way to.
So the part of it also is that each tribe does not necessarily know that others are being affected by it, or even just they probably know of the other tribes, but we're not doing good enough relations or anything may have something to do with it. But they know that they're having this problem, and they're just trying to deal with it on their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just stroll up straight to Rulik and beat him up with words and kindness.
If you want.
I recommend we watch.
I am very curious how they steal a cyclops.
Agreed.
Cyclops are disappearing. Yes.
Yes.
I say.
That's a very large amount of individual.
Well, I imagine you either kill it and take the body somewhere, or I suppose you could try and put it to sleep first and then have a handful of people lug it off somewhere.
You would need a handful of people.
I mean, I don't imagine it being too terribly difficult if you could find one on its own. I imagine trying to pick one out in from a group would be very difficult, though.
You just run into a house, try to pick one up and run away with it. Yeah, that'd be a little difficult.
I mean, we live in a world where Draka existed.
He could just take the house.
Not yet, he hasn't.
I called them a
Well, that's
specialist for this one.
You hear the Cyclops just saying that? Oh, my house shake. Okay.
Ground is probably bad. We should wait.
Why is Ground still mad? Go check her. No, you go check her. I don't want her. Okay.
Ground is mad at me.
Maybe you poop too much. No, it is not poop.
Picking up random cyclopses.
I did not see this coming.
I think my favorite was where we had to have the escape of Zelsier and Draka, and Austin goes, Draka can literally pick you up and still climb completely unimpeded.
I do remember that.
It just kind of looks like the Hulk climbing, just like.
Or King Kong of the Empire State
Yeah.
Building or something.
Or he could throw you.
Please don't throw me.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Well, I thought you were not a dwarf. So, how would you like to begin, sirs and madam?
I guess we're doing a good old-fashioned stakeout. We gotta go to the donut shop first.
FBI.
Get some
Donut shop.
coffee.
What's coffee? Oh, we don't have coffees. What's donut shop?
You don't know what donuts
Need
are?
some pastries.
The rounded pastry shop.
Oh, okay.
The dough that is formed into a circle. They call it the dough circle shop.
Dough circle shop.
Seems like a weird name, but
I
okay.
can't wait for my group to find it, but I have a shop set up as Duncan's Rounded Pastries.
Yes.
You know what that does remind me of, though?
What?
In Curse of the Crimson Throne, how Aaron had some weird bakery for whatever known things he was eating all the time. It took us forever to actually find it. It's like, okay, that was actually really dumb, but kind of funny.
The shop
There were
was
some
a
sort
select.
of crackers, weren't they?
They were crackers, yeah.
They were a gnome specific cracker. That's
Yeah.
I've told the story a couple times.
Get some coffee at the.
So like a
Celestial
slight
Beer.
hallucinogenic or something like that.
Celestial elk.
Fair.
It was real
No, I
fast.
just think that sounds better.
That does sound better. Does sound better.
Serenadus? Serenadus was a beautiful celestial oak.
Yes.
So I guess
I met several
more
times.
near the border of the Cyclops tribes and Largan.
Well,
Lurgan, the nation?
Yeah.
So this tribe isn't like next to the border. If that's what you mean.
So,
But they're talking about seeing a kidnapping happening.
But so we want to stay outside of. We'll find out more or less where the tribe is because we're here in the.
So you guys know
plains.
you're outside of that tribe.
And is the tribe like in the forest, like, or is it on the edges of the?
It's on like the edge. You don't have an exact map. This map wouldn't be exactly accurate. It's just this is where the nation is, and you guys are in basically this region,
So I'm assuming
sort of thing.
Soligan has helped us secure like camping gear.
You would have camping gear, yes.
Perfect. So in that case.
No, good luck. You got your clothes and
I mean,
some weapons.
We don't really need camping gear so long as we have somewhere to go find food.
Right.
That's the important part.
That is true.
I like.
If only there was someone that lived in the jungle before. Somebody who would have all the outdoor expertise that we need.
Exactly.
Somebody with all his merit badges.
Who would have
That'd be
that?
convenient.
Correct.
It's a shame nobody built one of those.
Austin goes, I never got my camping
Austin's like,
merit
I don't have
badge."
survival, I don't have knowledge nature, I don't have.
Druid or druid not? That is
Was
the question.
I chose Drew not.
So anyway, I figure we would want to find a hill, set our camp behind the hill, so the hill is between us and their village, and then we can hang out on the hill and watch what happens and see if we can catch a raiding party in the act.
Yeah, that'd be good information to go back to Rulik with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I want us to go to him with actual information.
Like, we've observed your problem with great interest.
Turns out your cyclops is just little bitches.
Watching something actually terrifying, like the ground just opens up and swallows the cyclopses.
Can
we say?
Where does all this
Or,
happen?
or it's like a
We should've
forced,
thought that.
it's a forced teleport through plants, and a tree just kind of goes, and they're gone.
You, actually, no, it's even better. Mountford just hears in his mind, "You're back."
What?
It's the Neothalians!
Oh.
Oh, fuck!
We wondered if we'd see you again.
My
No.
precious little swan.
He instantly turns into a swan. Need help with, guys?
Yeah, I came back. I heard you need some help with something.
I'm in the business of not dying. What do you need?
Just stand some cyclops, bitch.
We've been hungry. We've been eating cyclopses.
Well,
We're more toying with them right now than actually feeding our appetite, but pretty soon we're actually gonna eat.
Like, just come back. We're leaving. Yeah, this ain't gonna work, Chief. This ain't
No,
it.
no.
We go back to
I
Sulligan,
think
we're
we
like,
can handle
hey,
them this time."
is there a time before those specific Neolithids were big? Can we catch them when they're small? Why? We have a problem.
Like, I feel like we could throw an awful lot of cyclopses at them and they would still be hungry. Wait, what?
We're trying. They just have a big appetite. Sir.
So much for unifying the tribes. I guess there's like 5 people from each one. So they're gonna have to be in one tribe now.
So now we got one tribe. Are there more tribes around? Like in the greater
We
area?
have one tribe now.
How
yeah,
big
we
is
just
it?
we
It's
leave like a handful from each tribe, and then they're forced out of just a need for survival to join forces and create a unified tribe.
I like the idea out of simplicity. However, I don't believe it is the most efficient course of action.
Thank you, Galir.
Okay, what if we kill all but one of the tribes? Then there's only one tribe left.
Then they'll be united.
That's a lot of killing.
Yeah.
I
That
feel
too.
like that has a similar level of inefficiency.
Agreed.
But also we didn't finish our goal, which was to unite them.
I only brought so many bullets, guys.
That's what swords are for. You don't run out of bullets.
I saw a great post on why you should carry around a Warhammer self-defense weapon, and one of the selling points was never runs out of ammo.
I think I saw that one.
That was good.
Walmart does not stop selling ammunition for your hamburger.
So, going with more than less the actual plan that was at least presented.
Hardly
That's
carry a
always
hammer.
Yep.
a different one.
No one's gonna ban a hammer. Fuck you, UK.
The actual ban hammer. Except in their case, it's probably like a ban for or something because they can't have hammers.
Right.
Nope, can't have it.
Boy,
Hammer
mate, you
ban,
got a hammer
Hammer
license?
ban.
Oh. not a spell I have to have forever. I got a pocket full of vipers.
Wait, what?
Pocket vipers. Hiss.
It's a 3rd level druid spell. That for an hour per level, I can magically ward an object touched, which must be a container, such as a pouch, bag, or backpack. And if any creature opens it without saying the command word first,
Push snakes?
there's 1d3 venomous snakes.
Druids, you have some of the weirdest spells.
Dude, it's druid, occultist, ranger, shaman, witch.
That sounds like it.
Really bummed that the eel didn't use adhesive spell though.
Alright. So we got our coffee, we got our rounded pastries,
You have your camp behind a hill, which is the more important part.
we got our police car,
Post out.
our
front.
unmarked police car, we're ready to do the stakeout.
It's a car. It's a police.
just sitting in there. Sunglasses.
Wait, do we have our grease bucket fast food burgers also?
Yes.
We're gonna need those for later.
What?
For when it's no longer socially acceptable to eat donuts at this time of
That we
day.
eat greasy fast food burgers.
So, you guys do a
What's
stakeout.
the fast food joint of the era?
What radio
Rabbits?
channels do we get in this era?
The golden oldies.
Perfect.
Except in this case it was top 10 hits.
It's the Tal'Doran marching band, the songs of Gev, Nyx's anthem, stuff like that.
Enjoyable.
So, I'm a new holy murderer at Norgabert.
Ooh, my favorite.
So, we hang out and we look.
So you guys hang out. It's an hour or so. It's daytime. You see the tribe. Nothing happens really that day. I guess you guys just continue on.
It was morning and there was night on the first day. Day 2.
Day 2.
Yeah, like, so if a group, like, happens to, like, leave, are we planning on following it, or?
No. We're just gonna watch what it continues.
You do see some cyclops go in and out. Looks like you saw at least one was at least a hunting group of some sort, hunter-gatherers or so. Come back with, I don't know, some giant bear or something that a couple of them can eat, I guess.
Good damn rail.
Everyone give me a perception check.
I have
I need
that.
my dice.
Batman has them.
Alright, what you doing?
Alright.
Since I have Jorminger and I get the +2, I add 2 to perception to do this.
So,
Oh, it's.
The
you just-
alertness.
Oh, right. Do you have +2?
6.
I got a 3.
Oh wait.
There we go, that's a little bit better.
So at least 1.5 of you have perception.
I mean, I have perception and I rolled a 15,
So that's 32 for me.
So he has some perception.
so 38.
So you
At least
two.
two of us can see.
At least are
So if
looking.
we ever need to split the scouting parties, we're not in the same group.
Yeah, we're not.
No, this sounds great. You two and then you two.
It's the team find and the team what?
Team fight it, team hit it.
Oh, so it's the team go do stuff
Just
and the
hold on
team
like
go
that.
build a windmill.
That way. Just like,
No.
where is it?
The team that goes to the windmill is the team that did
Oh.
their job right.
Not according to all, but that's fair.
I think that
We were infiltrating the local populace to find more information covertly.
I do think that has to be at least in top 3 stories overall.
Oh boy. That was pretty good.
That nuking the tower.
I just thought about monkey.
Monkey.
That was the dumbest shit. We just burst into the main bad guy's lair. We're just like, let's just fuck around for a little bit. Splash in his fountains, smash his trees, like,
How about you go monkey, and then embrace because you had 2 full adults jumping at a tree.
One of them was large.
Right.
It was your character or my character?
Oh boy, that was a thing.
Then we used telekinesis to push the floating guy off of the ledge and he died.
Yep.
So, out of curiosity, because this is an era where Eridan's power is active.
Era did.
Here. When I do my morning and night devotions, do I feel any special tingles?
Yes.
Ooh. Eat. I get really excited.
Just a lot of like, I'm a real boy.
Almost. night of the second day, dusk, it looks like you see maybe like a hunting group coming in from a distance. I imagine Spencer's sitting there with, I don't know if he actually has binoculars on, but that would be kind of funny. Looking
I
around.
haven't bought any,
Yeah.
but I would want to have them.
Binoculars.
How much do they cost?
$1 million gold.
I'll
I
subtract
think
it.
spyglass is like 1,000.
Okay, cool.
My glass is 1,000.
Subtracting 1,000, I have a spyglass.
They wouldn't be as expensive in the area you guys are from. It's like 200.
200?
Yeah. They're a lot. They have nicer technologies for these sort of things.
And if only we were sent here to like annihilate 9 villages. There's some amazing spells.
Yes, Austin, we know how you as a druid can just decimate entire villages.
I guess
at
we're
a
an
time.
epidemic.
Oh, that's a 6th level spell?
Just be a
that's-
plague
You're
druid.
like, what time does it matter? Okay, they'll die eventually.
Yeah, you infect a subject with a highly contagious disease. And then according to the time period and history, it just looks like it normally happened.
Yeah.
A random plague broke out.
By the way, my spyglass is kind of fashioned like a little bit of like a mesh cover over it.
Mesh.
So it doesn't,
Reflect.
so it's got holes big enough that it doesn't really like impede, I can see, but it doesn't flash or shine. Shine.
You guys do see a hunting group coming back with what looks like some good hunting endeavors. They got some like on like a small tree tied to it, so like carrying a hole in it because they're big old cyclops boys. And you notice that there's a second group, a small group coming up from behind.
A small folk?
Of small folk, specifically, and they've got like maybe a cart or a wagon or something like that with them.
Got some.
Interesting.
They're far enough away where the village can't see them yet, and it's dusk, so it's starting to get dark.
I'll ask Nils how many small folk and how many cyclopses.
Cyclops, you see 3.
3 cyclopses.
Small folk, you can see 2, but others could be hiding
2 and
because
they
they've
have
got
a cart.
a cart, so
Could be
there
more.
could be more.
Kinda wanna go down there and fuck with their cart.
Aren't we supposed to see how this plays out?
Well, yeah, see how they're doing it. They're obviously gonna take it away in a cart.
Yeah.
Cyclops are kind of big.
And
Yeah.
where they go?
Eh,
They get
I don't
close.
know that one.
They
We're-
reverse the
we
cart.
don't have to have this problem solved ourselves at all. All we have to do is get enough info to convince 9 different, well, a decent amount of 9 different groups to unify against this.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Slumberbot. Or Purbot.
Also, I don't know how useful it's gonna be, but Live Oak is the spell.
Which one's Live Oak?
Hey, you huge size oak tree. You're a tree ant for 11 days. My precious.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing. So Austin gets friends if he wants them. So,
Are
are
we
you guys?
interfering or are we just watching?
We're watching. We're probably a little too far away to interfere anyway.
I'm gonna get closer.
You closer? Do you
You're a
closer
bird.
just to watch, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a bird. I'm gonna get a lot closer.
Fair enough.
So, from what you can tell, you get closer. They are being kind of stealthy in what little kind of plants and stuff there are there. It's not super flat terrain, so you can tell it looks like they
But they're following a group of cyclops, so we're pretty easily mowing down some vegetation.
yes.
Got their sneaking bombs out.
You do notice that as you get closer, you can definitely like hear cyclops, just blah blah blah, chit chatting, getting closer to the tribe. To the home police with some a daily kill for probably some good num nums later. And you do see some small folk come up to him, unnoticed, hidden, and they get close enough.
Looks like a +1 card.
That's not how a spyglass works, sir.
I'm just inferring because it's stealthy.
The masterwork at the very least. Make sure those wheels don't squeak.
I mean, that's fair, yes. No, you do not notice any noises from them. And as two of them run ahead, definitely see it looks like two of them kind of like appear, so now you've seen 4 in total.
Mhm.
They run up.
I'll indicate to you guys 4.
2 more laid there.
The hands are definitely not bound.
No, as they are ready. They get up, run nice and close, and you like to do some wibbly wibbly wibbly. You're too far to actually see what kind of magic's they're using, but you're close enough you can tell what's going on.
It's cute. If only I had spellcraft.
Fair. Okay, let me put it this way. It's a little easier for you, you're a little bit smart boy, because all the cyclops fall over.
Ooh.
So you just kind of see 2 guys run up, get maybe like, I don't know, maybe 50 feet-ish, and then all the cyclops kind of just dun, 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 and
Knock
just
them out.
fall over.
Maybe magic? I don't know.
Yeah, you're not sure if they shot some at them, used poison, you're not sure if it was magic.
Didn't see him use any weapons.
Yeah,
They were not
you're right.
struck.
I also thought it was put them to sleep.
And you see they basically go over, call the others over, and she scurry over. Kind of look at one, like we want this one. Okay, bind them up. They kind of struggle, get them like on the cart. One looks like considers the kill, like nah, and they just turn the car around and kind of put away.
Okay. So I'm gonna land on the cart somewhere
They
next
left
to
too.
the cyclops body.
So you do notice when you get there, there actually is no noise coming from the car or immediately around it.
Mhm.
Dun dun dun. You have to be sneaky somehow. Cyclops actually can't perceive it.
It's a +5 intelligent card.
You basically tell right away the Cyclops is asleep.
Mhm.
And he's bound now, but yeah.
And they left 2 on the ground?
I'm gonna slowly and quietly start to chip away at his bindings. For 1d2 plus 9 damage.
It looks a whole lot like that the seagull meme where it's just like, ah!
Oh, God.
I saw a TikTok the other day where a chick was trying to feed a seagull, and her dad was fishing with like a chicken leg and like taking bits of chicken and fishing with it. And she was like, "Hey, maybe he'll eat a piece of this." And she takes it, puts it down, and goes to tear off a piece. And the guy's like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm gonna feed the seagull." And the time that took, the seagull comes over and takes the whole chicken leg with a bone in it, pulls back and just goes, "Oh," and swallows the whole fucking chicken leg.
Seagulls are
Like seagulls are monsters.
gosh, they
You
are.
just ate your cousin.
You just say your cousin. I don't think they care.
No, they don't.
They really don't.
Hell, chickens are cannibals.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Chickens will eat chicken. Pigs will eat pig.
I believe. Oh, okay, yeah.
Most animals will eat
Yeah.
their own kind if you disguise it.
Yeah.
A
That's
lot will do it. Some will do it without being disguised.
I think that was the whole plot of that recent Hannibal TV show.
Animals eating animals?
No, it was that he would, it's eating your own kind if it's disguised, so it was like he would make these masterwork feasts of dinners, but it was of his latest person he killed.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Is that
did
it?
say Hannibal.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see Elevators new, like the serial killer?
No, I'll have to look it up.
So,
It was so dark.
you cut off its bindings.
His teeth.
So, you cut off its bindings.
I'll wait till we stop to wake it up.
You guys go for a little while. Venture off, it starts to get darker, but it's still sun setting, so it's not dark yet.
Are we following?
Are y'all sneaky?
I'm slightly sneaky, but
Because I was just gonna figure out where this thing was and come back to you guys.
I was kind of in the same kind of mindset that like, yeah, because we were also kind of far away,
Sounds good.
so.
I mean, like, you're close enough where you could, but, yeah. So you do see they go off into like a little hiding spot that they have,
Okay.
a little setup. And
Whenever the cart stops, I'm going to peck the cyclops in the head.
oh, okay.
And
It wakes up